Hey, what's up, everybody? This is Charles the Bands. I want to welcome you guys to another episode of the Dreamers Pro Show, where we cover everything from sports, hot topics, classic debates, entertainment, and we give you guys a fresh perspective on things and how we see them. And today we got a show that I can't even believe that we're producing. But before we get into it, please make sure you like the video and subscribe to the channel. So yesterday, if you saw the two videos that we published on the channel yesterday, you would see that I said I was very tired, right? I was under the weather a little bit, so I didn't even have much energy to shoot the shows that we did yesterday. And there were a slate of games on last night, but to be frank with you, I didn't have the strength to watch none of them. Now, I was unaware that the Lakers, I was aware that the Lakers were going to be playing against the what's the team? They're going to be playing against the Charlotte Hornets, right? And going into that game, I had made my mind up that the Lakers are going to win the game, right? Because the Hornets, coming into the game, had only won 13 games this season. They were getting LaMelo Ball back, but the Lakers have more talent. And given the fact that they haven't been playing well over the last 4 or 5 games, one would think that, okay, the Lakers will come out here with some urgency and try to put forth a solid effort, especially at home. So when I went to bed, I think the Lakers were leading that game. I went to bed. I said, okay, Lakers are winning. When I wake up in the morning, they'll definitely win. Then I'll wake up in the morning to see the box score that the Lakers lost 117 to 135. And they gave up almost 135 points in that contest. And I said to myself, yeah, we're in trouble. And I was absolutely right when I said the season is over for the Lakers about 2 to 3 weeks ago, where people thought that I was over exaggerating or trying to exacerbate something that's not really an issue, but now you can see it. So I want to get into the breakdown of that game, but before we get into that, today's video is brought to you by our sponsor, PrizePicks. PrizePicks is America's #1 daily fantasy sports with over 10 million members. PrizePicks makes it easy to get real money action on the sports and players you love. You pick more or less on at least 2 for a shot to win up to 100 times your cash. For example, this week I'm really looking forward to some of these upcoming games. This week I'm picking Stephen Curry for more than 29 points. I'm picking Kevin Durant for more than 27 points. I'm picking Giannis Antetokounmpo for more than 12 rebounds. And I'm picking Luka Doncic for more than 8 assists. If you're like me and you like to play it safe, you'll love PrizePicks' new feature, Flex Plays. It's the safest way to play. You can still cash out even if your lineup isn't perfect. Plus, you can double your money even if one of your picks doesn't hit. On top of this, PrizePicks puts their members first, so all withdrawals are fast, safe, and secure. When my picks hit, I can get my money as quick as in 15 minutes. So download the PrizePicks app today and use code CLNS to get $50 instantly when you play $5. That's code CLNS on PrizePicks to get $50 instantly when you play $5. You don't even need to win to receive the $50 bonus. It's guaranteed. And remember, whenever you support this sponsor, you're supporting this channel. Thank you. All right, so let's go straight to the box score. This was a bloodbath. In the first half, if I'm just looking at the score here, the Hornets scored 64 points to the Lakers 55 points, right? So they're averaging about 32 points a quarter. That lets you know when you're giving up over 30 points a quarter, you're not playing good defense. I remember when I used to play NBA 2K, any one of them, and my goal was always to keep a team below 30 points in a quarter. And it used to infuriate me when I would give up more than 30 points in a quarter, because I know I'm not playing defense very well. And that's exactly what the Lakers did. So they gave up about 32 points per quarter in the first half. Miles Bridges went off with 17 points in the first half. They gave up a lot of threes. They gave up 7 threes and 19 looks. On the Lakers side, they were hitting their threes. They were 50% from the three-point line in the first half, going 9 of 18 from the floor. If I look at them on the boards, they were out rebounded in the first half, 9 rebounds, right? There was a 25-16 advantage. So that can begin to tell you some of the problems that they had there. They gave up 6 offensive rebounds to their 5. So you had that issue going on there as well, even though the Lakers did have a free throw advantage going into the second half. Now, if we look at the second half stats of this game, they gave up 71 points. Fantastic. So they were giving up about 35 points a quarter in the second half. This is excellent. 35 points in the second quarter, meanwhile scoring 32 per quarter. This is excellent. I mean, this is how you really get your ass whooped in the NBA. Then you factor in the fact that they only shot 20% from the 25% from the three-point line in the second half. They did shoot 15 free throws in the second half. They had only 19 rebounds, again being out-rebounded by a margin of 9 rebounds in the game. And if you look at the overall box score, the Lakers were out-rebounded 50 rebounds to 35. That's your problem. If you look at the rebounding, there's not a single Laker that even had 10. The highest rebounder on the team was LeBron James, who had 9. When your forward is the one leading your team in rebounds, you have a problem, especially given the fact when you have a guy like DeAndre Ayton, who's getting 6 rebounds per game. So you have that issue there as well. Let's look at the box score. Jake LaRavia played well. He scored 18 points. Marcus Smart, he played decently. He had 10 points. His box plus minus was -1, which indicates to me that he must have been the only guy playing defense on the floor. Luke and LeBron James were horrible. LeBron had a negative box plus of 7, while Luka had 13 and Rui had 17. Luka did score 39 points, 4 steals, 3 rebounds. 4 assists, 3 rebounds. LeBron had 29. 6 assists, 2 steals, and 9 rebounds. And they both shot well from the floor, but that wasn't the problem. The problem was they weren't playing any defense, which now gets back to the macro standpoint that I had here. And the reason why I said that, look, it's over, right? It's over. The Lakers are not a good defensive unit, period, end of story. And I've heard some people that are defenders of LeBron say, if you expect a 41-year-old to play defense, you're in trouble. No, if you expect to have a 41-year-old on your roster and winning games, you have an even bigger problem. Right? They have unrealistic expectations. I don't know why they just won't let go. Like these guys are clinging on to the Lakers franchise for dear life. I don't know why this guy just won't call it a career. He's still holding on. Look, the Lakers is done for. I said it. When I said it at the time, people thought, oh, Charles is hating on LeBron James. He's hating on LeBron James, right? While all of these guys turn themselves into cucks for LeBron. I was saying what I saw. Now, if you look at the standings right now, the Lakers are the number 5 seed in the Western Conference. They're tied for losses with the Houston Rockets. But these other teams that they're tied with, like the Rockets and teams that they're behind, they're playing competition every single night. The Lakers have a very, very easy schedule. And what was happening before was, even though they had an easy schedule, they were still capitalizing off of the games and winning the games that they were meant to win, even when playing against bad teams. And we kind of felt like, okay, they probably lose against good teams. But what's happening now is that they're losing against they're losing against the bad teams. I thought that this game was going to be a foregone conclusion. Now they're going to be playing against Portland on Sunday, if I'm not mistaken. It's Sunday or Saturday. And then they have the Hornets. So look, they have to get the game in Portland. Now, Portland is not a very good team, although they're in the play-in picture. They're 20-22, right? So they're competitive to a certain extent. They should win that game. And then from there on, they're just going to run a gauntlet because they're going to be playing the Nuggets and the Clippers back-to-back. I think the Clippers are going to beat them. Then they have the Mavericks. We'll see how that game goes. Then they have the Bulls and they have the Cavs. And then things get a little bit dicey there. So they need to start winning games, number one. Number two, the Lakers over the last 10 games have been a 500 ball club. Right? They've been a 500 ball club. If I look at the Lakers stats over the last 5 games, for example, or the last 10 games to give you guys a better snapshot of what these guys are doing, they're giving up about 115 points per game over the last 10 games. They're not playing any defense whatsoever because they don't have the makeup to do it. Luka Doncic looks like he's put on a few more pounds again. It looks like JJ Redick is what do you call it in boxing when the boxer releases the rope? Like, it's like these guys are in a total daze right now, and it's over. I told you guys this before. It's over. And I said it, and I'm not backing down from my position that I felt that this season was over the minute LeBron returned. I sincerely believe that. And I believe that if you switch LeBron with Austin Reeves and you keep the same unit, they would have a better record than they do with LeBron. I sincerely believe that. I sincerely believe that. So hope you're happy. Hope you're happy. This season is a wash. It's a waste of time. These are my thoughts. Whatever you guys think, leave your thoughts in the comments, and we catch you guys on the next show. Peace.